Hey guys, welcome back again in another video of Python for beginners, and in today's video we are going to talk about tuples. So let's talk about the agenda, that what you will learn today. So we'll try to understand what exactly is a tuple. We'll try to understand how do we create tuples, how do we access them, we'll try to update them, we'll try to delete them. We'll do some basic tuple operations in this video. We'll do the conversion, very interesting part, and a lot of people ask these questions based on conversion. So we'll take list over here. We'll talk about variable assignments with tuple with a program. We'll talk about tuple functions. So now let's talk about what exactly is a tuple. So a tuple is a collection of objects. They are ordered, means they are sequenced. They are immutable. What do you understand by immutable? That if you have declared a tuple and you have given some values in it, they won't be changed. You won't be able to give an index out of it and then assigning a value. No, you cannot do that. The program will throw error when you will try to run it. They're exactly like list, but there are differences. So what are the differences? First, tuples cannot be changed. A lot of people call it tuples, a lot of people call it tuples. Whichever way you like, you can use that. I'll call it tuples for now. So tuples cannot be changed, which means they are immutable. Once done, you cannot change the value. Tuples use parenthesis, which is this, and then list use square brackets. So how is the syntax? So there are three syntax you can give. So first syntax is you can give any values in the if it's a single inverted comma, which means you are giving a string value, and then you can give an integer value as well. In tuple 2 you have just given the integer values, and there are parentheses over here. In tuple 3 there are no parentheses, but you can also give that. So these are the ways that you can declare a tuple. So before moving into the demo part, I would like to request that if you have not subscribed my channel, kindly do so. So without further ado, let's dive right into the demo part. So in demo part, we are going to take Visual Studio and let's talk about the first program over here. So the first program is the creation program. So in this program, what we have done is we have taken an empty tuple and we are creating a non-empty tuple, and then there is one way to do it, there is another way to do it. So let's just run it and see how it works. So 0 1, hit tab, enter, and you can see that it has created an empty tuple over here, which is this. You can call it as tuple, you can call it as tuple, it's totally upon you. And creating new non-empty, so there is one way. We have not used the brackets over here, but we have used the bracket over here, okay, and then we are printing this way and that way. So there are two ways to do it. This is one and this is the other one, and it will give you the same results in both of them. So that's all for this. So let's talk about the concat and nesting. So concat is concatenation basically, and nest is for nesting. So we'll take a tuple 1 over here. You can say 0 to 48 values. You can give any sort of values over here or any number of values, and then we are taking tuple 2. In this we have 3 values, so we are going to concatenate it. So concatenation works by plus sign, and you have to give just the variable which you have defined for first tuple and for second tuple, and then you just have to print it and it will print it. So let me just clean, and then I'll just take the second program and then hit enter, and you can see that it has concatenated. Perfect. Now if you want to create a nested one, so you have to give a tuple 1, which is this is tuple 2, and these are different values. These are integer values, these are string values, and then tuple 3, in that you have given a comma and first tuple, second tuple, and then you can print the tuple 3 and it will take it as a, so this is first tuple but taking one value, this is second tuple but taking that second value. So you know this is a tuple in itself and there are two tuples inside it. So that's how you print a nested tuple. Now if you want to print or if you want to introduce a tuple with repetition, you just have to use this syntax, the variable name, the same brackets over here, the value inside, comma, and leave the space after that into the number you want it, into the number of times you want it. For example, you want it 4 times, so you can give this value over here, and this is printed in this way. So this value can be anything, whichever you want. Perfect. Now we'll talk about the immutable part. As we already know that they are immutable in nature, so now how do you understand it? If I give 0 3 over here and type and hit enter, you can say tuple object does not have item assignment. So once you have given the value, once you have declared it, and given the values to a tuple and you do try to do changes over here, it won't work because tuples are immutable. You cannot change the value and it will throw an error. Tuple object does not support item assignment. So that's how it works, guys. Okay, so let's go to the deletion part. Now deletion, what we are doing over here is we are introducing a tuple over here. We are declaring a tuple and then deleting it, and then in the third step we are trying to print it. So will it be printed? I don't think so. Let me clear this and let me give 04, hit tab, enter, and you can see that it has been not been defined. Why? Because it is deleted. So if I give a hash over here and comment it, let me save it and run the same thing again, you can see that the tuple has been printed. Why? Because we have not deleted it. So that's how you can test it. Okay, I hope it's clear to you. Let's go to the slicing part and let me clean this. So before slicing, you need to understand how do we give the index values. So index value starts from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and negative values -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, and -6. Okay, so now let us run this and try to understand what exactly is happening over here. So in the first part, we have given tuple 1, which is this. We are trying to slice the values between two entries. So first entry is first index. So first index is 0, 1. So from 2, if we have not given a value, then it will take till the end. So 2 till 10, which is this. I hope you have understood it. Now we are trying to print a tuple. Now we have not given the initial value. So it does not have any initial value, and we have given -1. So how does the -1 comes? -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6. But there is no first value, so it will print in reverse. So 10, 8, 6, 4, 2, 0. That's how easy it is. Now we have given a starting value of -6, but we have not given the last value. So it will run. So -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6. So -6, it will pick it from 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 and print all of them. And that's how it's work. Now pay attention to the fourth one because it is the most confusing one. A lot of questions come over here and a lot of people do not understand and make mistakes. So when we say second index, we include the second index, but when we say fourth index, we do not include the fourth index, we include just the previous value. So which is the second index? 0, 1, 2. So it will take 4. And which is the third index, which is this, and which is the fourth index, this. So it will not take 8, it will take only 4 and 6. And that's printed over here. I hope this is clear to you. If there is anything that is not clear to you right now, you can just pause the video, try to understand, try to replicate the same program and then observe the results. Okay, let's move to the conversion part. This is very much interesting. So list and a string, we'll do a tuple conversion over here. So this is a list over here. You can easily understand from the brackets over here, and we are trying to use a tuple function in which we are giving my list over here. Okay, so in this, when we give this function like this tuple and give the mylist value, it will convert. There is one another way. We give the tuple over here and then we'll give a value. It will take each and every character of this string and then it will convert it into a tuple. And let's see the result. So let me just clean this over here, and this program is program number 606. Hit tab, enter, and you can see the value over here is LOGIC lab, and you can see it has taken each and every value over here, and from this list it has taken the number from 0 till 10, and that's how it works, guys. Let's try looping. So looping is very interesting. Let me just clear this and let me run this program. So my program number is 07. Hit enter, tab, and you can see what exactly it is doing. We are taking the string over here. We have not given any value, so this is just my tuple value, my tuple variable, and only has one value in it. The number of times I'm repeating this is 10 for I in range int n, which comes from this. So 10 times it will run tuple equal to my tuple, and it's going to create a tuple inside a tuple. So there is one of this, then one of this, then one of this, 3, 4, 5, 6, up to 10 times, and it's going to create something like this. So this is how you create tuples in a loop. I hope it's clear to you. If it's confusing, please stop it right here, the video. Please stop the video right here and write your own program to understand it. And the last thing is the functions, and just let us understand it. So a lot of people who come from Python 2 background, a few functions which were used previously in Python 2 does not work in Python 3, and these three functions work. So we are going to talk about max, which is the maximum short form of maximum, min, which is a short form of minimum, and then we'll talk about len. Len is length. So we'll talk about this. So as you can see in my program, tup1 is first tuple, tup2 is the second tuple. Print, we are trying to printing maximum element in tuples 1 and 2. So in tuple 1, when we talk about this tuple, logicops lab and logicops and lab. There are three characters over here, and how many characters over here? 5 plus 6, 7, 8, which is bigger 8. So it will print logicops. And then in this 10 and 1, which integer or which number is bigger? 10, obviously. So it's going to print 10. So we are comparing by max, giving tuple 1, it will compare all of them and print the biggest or the largest one. And then the second one, tuple 2, it will compare all the numbers and it will print. So let's see how this works, guys. So I'm going to run 08, hit tab, enter, and you can see that logicops lab, which is the most which has the most characters, it's printed, and then in this 2 it has printed 10, which is expected. So this is how we get the result. Now let's talk about the minimum element. Same thing is just you have to use the min function, give tup1, and this minimum characters is lab, so it's going to print lab over here, and then in this tuple it's going to print 1 because it is less than 10. And that's how it works, guys. So I hope you have understood how max and min works. Now let's talk about the len function. Len function gives you the length, as the name suggests. So we have tup3, tup4 over here, in which we have this and this value. Okay, you can give the value like this. So first tuple length would be length tup equal to 3, which is 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 values inside it, and it has given 4. And then in tup4 we have how many values? 4, 5, 6, 7 and ABCD, but there are 2. So the length is 2 and it has printed. Do not get confused by this way. You can give or you can declare by this way, because this tup3 will take this value and tup4 will take this value respectively. So I hope you guys have understood this. This can be a bit confusing, but if you'll write your own programs, then you can easily understand the concepts explained in terms of tuples. So I hope you have understood it. If there is anything we can help you with, feel free to comment below and we will address that. So thanks guys, and I'll see you in the next video.